Once was a land of woe and strife, where the people were bereft of hope. They prayed to their gods of might and light to deliver the heroes of old. Instead they got heroes. Did you hear the quotes in my voice of moral ambiguity? They may help or may not help you at all, depends on what's in it for them. They kick and they punch and they maul and they smash, they lie and they scheme and they burn and they slash. Succeed or fail, it adds to the tale. Dungeons and Debacle starts now.
Hello and welcome to this 100th episode of the Dungeons and Debacles podcast. If we were a TV show, we would be up for syndication. It's been about 2.5 years since we started this campaign, and I had originally planned about a 250 episode arc, but it looks like it will be quite a bit longer considering we are about 1/3 of the way through this campaign. If you have listened since the beginning, I want to thank you so much for sticking with us. I'd also like to thank our players as well. Some of them have come and gone, but some have been here since the beginning. Hannah joined us about a year or so ago, and our newest player, Anna, has been with us for several months. They're great, and I just want them to know how much it means to me that they think that all this is worth their time. And I hope you, the listener, think it's worth your time too. If you are a new listener, I plan on a campaign so far summary that will be released soon. So be looking forward to that. If you just want to jump into the podcast, that would probably be a good starting point. If you are starting from the beginning, the first 10 or so episodes are a little rough on the audio, but stick with it because it gets a lot better and the story is there and kind of important. Here's to a lot more episodes in the future. I am your host and dungeon master, Kevin, and going around the table, Blake.
Hi, I'm Blake, and I'll be playing Juliet, the Dragonborn eldritch knight / wizard.
And Hannah.
Hi, I'm Hannah, and I'll be playing Talia, the human rogue.
And John.
Hello. I play Alunodas, Elven monk. I have a kitten. He is probably going to cause me some pain today, because that's how he do.
Because they've got razor blades on the ends of their fingers. Tiny
Actually, they're more like needles, curved fish hooks. He is paying when he wants to get in this chair. And I'm already in it.
And Shane.
That's me playing Alexander, the human bard.
Alright, Anna will not be joining us today unless she jumps in at some point. So we'll try not to kill her. So last time on Dungeons and Debacles podcast, you found these red ribbons hanging from trees in the woods, and after a while you found 3 young elven maids hiding in the bushes. Talia and John went to talk to them and led them back to the party. They seemed to be starving and thirsty and exhausted from at least a month in the Feywild, as they were searching for their brother Jessup, who was an elf on his adulthood ritual in the Feywild. After some travel to the south in the Feywild, as you are looking for an alternative path across the gap back to the pool that takes you back to the prime material, basically so you could avoid the Sprite Village, you came across a cave. The 3 elven maids went inside the cave. The rest of the party... That
sounds like the start of a song.
By Led Zeppelin?
I was thinking more of like one of those old folk tunes.
They
were carrying wheels of cheese. Well, one had a wheel of cheese, one had a bucket of milk, the other one was a whore. I don't know.
Yeah, that was Stacy.
No, Stacy's mom.
So you follow them inside the cave here, where you look around and you think something's off, and I think basically I can't remember who it was like Vic'ala was like, okay, things aren't adding up. The 3 elven maids protested for a while until they got bored and then revealed themselves as hags. And that is where you are now. So, I am going to bring the initiative tracker up. Hold on, let me clear it out. Alright, now you can add yourself. Alright, so as everybody's adding yourself into the initiative, you look around inside this cave, and it appears to be probably almost circular. 50 feet by 50 feet. There's this dusty, moldy, earthy smell inside here, but you also smell like rotting corpse. As you look at the 3 elven maids who have changed themselves, you'll notice that the one who called herself Stacy, she's in basically these torn black rags, and as you see her transform, her skin's kind of like this grayish, whitish complexion that kind of looks like it's kind of like moist, like a frog's. She has these, her arms have now elongated, and she has these talons at the end of her fingers. And then you look at Chastity and Prudence. They're basically in the same kind of dresses that they were before, but you've noticed now that they have much the same features as Stacy, except for their skin is this grayish green tone. So, Juliet, you are up first. What do you want to do?
Alright, Juliet is gonna... We know that these people are hags, so Juliet is gonna back off near these bodies and fire a magic missile at Prudence. It's 8 force damage to her, and that will end Juliet's turn.
As she screams out, "Ah!" Alexander, you're up.
That's me. I am going to yell at the hag at the top and say, "You're uglier than you were before," and use vicious mockery. I believe she rolls a will save, I want to say. I'm looking up right now. But if you want to go and roll the d20, and then it's a spell save of DC, but I need to figure out what she's rolling, because it's not in my spells for some awkward reason.
It should just be your spell DC, which I think is
wisdom
fine.
saving
would
throw.
be 8 plus proficiency plus
Yeah, I know
your
my-
charisma mod.
Yeah, I know my spell save DC, which is 15, but she needs to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Right.
Whether it takes effect or
Your
not.
charisma mod is 4? Damn.
I'm pretty good.
She rolled a 14, so she fails.
Okay, she takes 1d4 psychic damage, and she has disadvantage on her next attack roll.
Okay, so roll the damage.
2.
What a hero.
And then with that, I will take 1 step back and hide behind Luno and pass my turn.
You get the feeling that you really hurt her feelings. She's got this look of like disappointment on her face as she stares at
From
you.
now
What's
on,
hers?
it's vicious mockery, and you always have to make a fish pun. Vicious.
All right, is that it for you?
Yeah, that'll be my turn. Pass.
Okay. Stacy is going to back up. Vic'ala will get an attack of opportunity on that if you want to roll that.
Sure thing. A 21 to hit.
That hits.
That will be for 9 slashing damage.
All right. So she backs up, and she is going to.
She backed up a lot.
She is going to cast Entangle. So I'm going to need.
Saving throws of some kind.
Yeah, I am going to need saving throws. This is. I'm sorry, I'm looking it up real quick. All right, I'm going to need a strength saving throw from Luno, Alexander, Talia, Nifron, Vic'ala, and Chastity.
Not my strongest thing. I got a 12.
7 for Vic'ala.
19.
13.
And hold on, let me do Chastity.
Cassidy, you whore.
She fails. So did anybody get above a 15?
I did.
Oh, you did.
Okay.
I don't think anybody
Everyone
else
else is restrained. Until the spell ends, a creature restrained by plants can use its action to make a strength check against your spells, the spell save DC. On success, you'll free yourself, or you can also attack if there's something near you. but basically you can't move. Let's see. Next up is Luna.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out, do the boots of speed, or the boots of speed, yes. Do they just give me an extra attack or an extra action?
They give you an extra action.
Okay, excellent. So I am going to click my heels together, and I am going to...
Well, no, hold on just a second. I think that's an extra attack. Isn't it? Hold on. What does haste do?
If it's a haste spell, it's just a single extra attack.
Your walking speed, opportunity attack has disadvantage.
Choose a willing creature within your... Until the spell ends, the target's speed is doubled. Gain +2 to AC. Has advantage on dexterity saving throws and gains an additional action on each one of his turns. That action can only be used to take the attack, one weapon attack only, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object action.
Okay. Alright. So what I can do is I can click my heels together. Gain my +2 to AC. Or whatever good that'll do against witches. Alright, now I'm going to use my booty action to use my Wand of Magic Missiles against Stacy. Since I need the character sheet back up, and... Alright, I'm going to use 5 of the 6 slots. I think that means that I get 3 darts plus 5 more.
That'd be an extra dart a level.
Okay, so 4 more. So 7. Okay, so boot thing is 23 points of magic missile damage against Stacy. Pew pew pew.
Ouch.
Alright, and now I'm going to use my regular action, not given by the boots, to do another strength save to try and get out of there.
Okay.
9. Damn it.
Nope.
Okay, and since I'm restrained, I can't move at all, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that means that I am done with my turn.
Yeah, you've got these vines have come up from the ground and wrap themselves around your legs and waist.
Kinky. And I cannot believe you thought you distrusted them first, Juliet. I saw them first, so I distrusted them first.
Uh-huh.
And I'm done with my turn.
Yo, I saw them first. I distrusted
Okay, you saw them first. I saw them before Juliet, so I distrusted them before Juliet. That's how this works.
Right.
Chastity says,
whatever
would
helps
you
you sleep."
stop your bickering? This is so boring.
You're boring, whore.
Your face is boring.
Wait,
Not
were
you,
saying that to
Luno.
her?
Chastity. Yeah,
Okay.
you're fine.
Okay.
I don't know. Luno's face is pretty boring.
How dare you presume my sexual history and try to slut-shame me, you monster? I will show you
You
pain.
ain't seen nothing yet. Wait until she gets behind you and starts stabbing you to death. Or
She is going to, since she's right beside Vic, she's not going to try to move. She's just going to attack Vic'ala.
Attacks against her have advantage because Vic'ala is restrained, just so you know.
The first attack is a 21,
That'll hit.
and the second one is a crit.
Alright, that'll definitely hit.
So the first one is going to do 15 points of piercing damage.
One thing before, because Vic'ala has adamantine plate armor, she is immune to critical hits.
Okay. Good to know. But that's 15 points of piercing damage plus 9 points of poison damage for the first
Alright.
hit. And the second hit is 24 points of damage, piercing, and another 6 points of poison damage.
Alright.
Alright, next up is Talia.
So Talia made her strength saving throw somehow. I'm not going to
She's
question
wiry.
how. Right? So she's going to come up here to this side of Chastity and use her rapier. It's a 25.
That definitely hits, and you get advantage because she is restrained.
Yep, sneak attack. And then an offhand. It's a 24
That hits.
for 19, 31. Am I mathing that right? Yeah, 31 damage.
Nice.
all told. Not on
Yeah,
just
total.
the offhand.
Total. Yeah, not just the one offhand. That would be an amazing offhand. No. All told, 31 damage.
All right, so this entangle spell pops up around everybody, and as the vines reach up to grab Talia's legs, she deftly does like this high kick out of the way and rolls out into this area where there's no vines, and then rolls behind Chastity and stabs her in the back. That's a lot of damage.
It's fantastic.
Well,
All right.
she stabbed her really deep, and then she poked her.
Next up is Prudence. Prudence is going to attack Vic. That is a 23 and a 12.
Alright, 23 hits.
That'll be for 12 points of piercing damage and 3 points of poison damage.
Alright.
Next up is Vic.
Alright, Vic'ala is going to make a strength check to try and escape this bramble, briar, whatever the hell's holding her down. It's a 20 total. I assume that passes.
Yep, that does it, as she tears away from these vines.
Vic'ala is going to step out of that area of effect, and that is her action. So as a bonus action, she is going to cast, I think bonus action, why are her spells all expanded out? What is this? She is going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Alright.
And we'll just put it right down, put it right down where she was. Right between
That's like
Prudence
the
and
worst
Chastity.
place.
I don't know, does she have like an item that she can drop down? Because I don't have one.
I just
Oh,
put it
thank
on
you.
the map.
Okay. And that is it for Vic'ala.
Alright, next up is Juliet.
Alright, Juliet's gonna fire another magic missile at Prudence. This time with a second level spell slot. Will be for 15 force damage on Prudence.
Alright,
And that ends Juliet's turn.
Alexander, you're up.
That's me. I will yell at Stacy and say, "These brambles have the same texture as your face," and use vicious mockery. And that beats.
Hold on. No, that was a initiative roll. Hold on, I gotta roll a save for her.
Exciting.
I forgot to put Nifron in the initiative. What was that, a wisdom save?
Correct.
22.
That'll do it. And with that, I can't move. Don't really have any bonus action things I can really do. So with that, I will pass my turn.
Alright, I forgot to put Nifron in the initiative, so I'm gonna have him going after you.
Reasonable. And I forgot to, I'm bad at reading, so I forgot I didn't read that. The spell's damage for Vicious Mockery goes up to 2d4 past 5th level.
Okay,
so
roll another
just
d4.
Right. 4 damage. And I
Nice.
believe I did it on Prudence before.
Right.
And you can go and take that symbol off of her since she already had the effect done.
Yeah, because that ends at the end of your turn, right? Next turn.
Yeah, after her next attack. It's only the first attack that gets disadvantage.
Okay. Alright, so Nifron is going to try to get out of these vines. And that's a crit. He is able to make it out, so he is going to move 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, he could make it there. And he's going to attack Prudence. It's a 16, a 13, and an 18. So 2 of those are going to hit for 11 and 8 points of damage. So that's 19 plus sneak attack is an 8. So 27 points of damage.
Talia did better.
She did. Next up is Stacy. Stacy, what are you going to do? Alright, she is going to cast Phantasmal Killer at Juliet.
I will counterspell that.
Okay.
I don't know what level that spell that is.
It's 4th level, so you gotta roll.
Alright, so I have to make a check. Hold on.
think it'd be an 11.
DC equals 10 plus the spell's level, and I need to make an ability check using my spellcasting ability. Okay.
So
So I
you
have to
need
use
a
my
14.
intelligence here.
Yeah, so you need a 14.
Say 21.
Oh, yeah.
That shit out of here.
All right, so that didn't happen. So she is going to use a legendary action, and she is going to move over here to Nifron and attack him. So 13 and 13, both of those are going to miss. Luno, you're up.
Okay. Now I have used up my magic wand. I mean, there's still a spell slot, but I don't want to risk it disintegrating. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my first action to try and escape. And here's hoping.
Nope.
And hold on, I have, where is it? Lucky Charm. Once per day, I can add D6 to a roll.
All right.
5 more.
So that's 19. That's a success.
Escaped. I'm going to run over here, and I'm going to use my other action to punch the ever-loving fuck out of Prudence. Staff. And a sticker. With my stick. All right.
Very
First
subtle.
attack. 23.
That'll hit.
For 10 damage. And the other attack that comes... Do I get another attack from that? I don't know how these...
You would get your
Yes,
bonus
right.
attack.
I don't get my bonus, but because I'm level whatever, I get 2 attacks when I use my action to attack.
Okay.
So 22 for 11 more damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and use a chi point to turn that into a stunning strike. So I could have sworn out there. She needs to pass a DC 14 Constitution save.
It's a 23.
Okay. So she is not stunned. And that is it for Luna's turn.
All right, next up is Chastity, who is...
Finally remembered I had my magic charm, my lucky charm.
She is going to turn and attack Talia. Say 16 and a crit fail.
Neither hit.
All right. That is target taunts you. If you attack any target before the end of your next turn, you will take 1d10 damage. So she's focused on you now.
Oh, yay. Just what I wanted.
Talia, you're up.
Okay, quick question. If I were to move here, do I have to save against the entangle again?
If you end your turn there, I believe, or you start your turn there, yeah. Hold on just a second. Let me look it up.
Okay. I just want to get myself advantage, but if I have to move and then move again,
You've already got
fine.
advantage. She's restrained.
Oh, she's restrained. Right. Oh, never mind then. What am I thinking? All right. Rapier again. It's 24.
That hits.
Sneak attack. Oh my god.
Wow.
Hooah!
And then offhand. So 16.
Sneak attack
that
is
hits too.
46.
It is when you're level 7.
Yeah, when you're level 7, it's 46. So that's math is hard. 27 damage.
Also,
Nice.
entangle only entangles on that first round. After that, it's just difficult terrain.
Is it?
According to the 5th edition, according to Roll20, it can no longer restrain after that first cast. It just makes it difficult terrain after that. I mean, they stay restrained, but they don't have to. You don't have to worry about becoming restrained.
Yeah,
Right.
the Brambles aren't alive.
All right, good to know. Anything else you want to do, Talia?
I apologize, I wasn't prepared for a question. No, because I used.
Is that a question?
Actions. It is a question. I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna stay here and just kind of mock her. Like, come on, you can do better than that. I'm bad at mocking, apparently.
You don't know me.
You're only 12.
All right, next
Although
up
you have been living on
is
the streets.
Prudence, who is going to attack Luno. That is a 17 and 11. Both of those miss.
Yep.
Vic, you're up.
Alright, so Vic'ala is going to attack Chastity. We'll do the bonus action, the spiritual weapon first. We'll get that out of the way. And then we'll do Vic'ala's regular attacks. And this is at advantage, so a 15 to hit.
That's gonna miss.
Alright, and then Vic'ala goes with her long sword here. 2 attacks. Does she have... Oh,
Hold on just a second. How would the spiritual weapon have advantage?
What do you mean, how does it have advantage? She's restrained.
Oh, that's right.
Chastity.
Never mind.
Okay, so Vic'ala is going to make her 2 attacks against Chastity as well. First one is a natural 20.
Yep, that hits.
And she's also going to spend a 2nd level spell slot to Divine Smite that for 3d8, which is also doubled.
Ouch.
Plus she gets her necrotic damage.
No, she's using. I made her use her longsword, not her greatsword. That roll damage or not? There we go.
14 on the
Alright,
wood.
so
And then, wow.
that is a lot of radiant damage.
Now, is she using the longsword? Shit. Is she using the longsword?
Plus 2.
Yeah, is she using it one-handed or two-handed?
One-handed. That's why it's a d8.
Okay.
Because she has the shield in the other hand.
Where does she get
47 total damage. Wow.
47 damage, yeah. And that's the first attack. We'll go to the second attack.
Where did she get a shield?
She's always had a shield. It's from her starting equipment. She's just never used it because I'm not sure why she's never used it. She has a light crossbow there too. Yeah,
Alright.
she had a great sword, but
So that's a total of 33 points of damage?
no, that is a total of
47 for
47.
the first attack.
Oh my
First
god.
attack.
Alright, so don't worry about the second attack.
Okay.
As she
Thanks.
like cleaves this hag basically in half, so she like comes down and hits like right in the side of the neck and basically like cuts a diagonal all the way through, so like half of the hag's body just like slides off of itself.
I knew Vic'ala had those crits in her.
That was
right.
nasty.
She's gonna make her second attack at Prudence, which, because Alunodas is flanking, she has advantage. I guess that one, I don't know why that one rolled normally, but it also rolled a critical hit.
Okay.
So she is gonna spend her last 2nd level spell slot to make that a Divine Smite. Just do it all over again.
Damn. 54.
54 damage.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
fucking Christ.
That's ridiculous.
Why don't I play a Paladin? This makes me feel so jealous and inadequate.
can make sparkles
So what's
with
it
your
look like
fingers.
when you kill this one?
Vic'ala winds up and kind of, I guess she kind of just cleaves through one arm, and then the holy energy in her sword, Lolth's Spider-Man powers force it through the rest of her torso, and it comes out the other side in a nasty looking cut. And maybe there are spiders involved, I don't know.
Yeah, rub some dirt on it. It'll be fine.
Okay.
And I think that is all Vic'ala can do.
Well, she can move. but-
She can move. Yeah, I guess she'll move over here. And that'll end her turn.
Okay.
Why does Vic only
Wait a
have
second.
41 health?
Because she got hit for over 50 damage in like
Yeah.
turn 1.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
All right. So as a legendary action,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
She pissed?
you're going to see her say these words and then motion her hands up from this cave floor, and you're going to see 2 animated puddles of mud appear from this moisture in the cave floor and start moving towards Vic.
Alright, so consensus, guys. Are these creatures that we're going to be facing? I'm not asking the DM. I'm just asking the players individually. Do you think these are going to be creatures, or are these going to be WoW kiting, avoid damage mechanics? What are your votes?
Oozes.
Serious debuffs, I guess.
I think they're oozes. I think they're things we're going to have to kill.
Alright.
Look, whatever. We'll deal with them as we deal with them.
Alright.
But if they are oozes, I need to know so I can pickpocket them.
Their entire body is technically a pocket, I guess.
Right. No, and why
Alright,
you
cool.
can pickpocket them and get
Icky, gooey
chests.
pocket.
So these are just mud puddles, right, Kevin? Like, well, they're animated, obviously. but,
Yes.
there's nothing. Okay, cool.
If you want to know
Stay
more
back.
than that, you're going to have to make a perception check.
Yep.
And so these are the corpses of the other hags, or are they just like puddles that just came to be?
They're just
They're
puddles. that
clearly
came to me.
muddles.
Muddles, you're right.
God damn it.
Muddle 1 and Muddle 2.
I believe that's what they call a portmanteau, which is a kind of suitcase. So obviously they are carrying something. So definitely pick their pockets.
Got it.
And where are they falling on the initiative tracker?
I'm trying to add them in right now.
That's reasonable. I'm so proud. The initiative master.
Bader.
And it didn't add it in.
Stacy's dad is looking pretty rad. Stacy's dad
No.
is
It
looking
is not
pretty
adding
rad.
it in for some reason.
Stacy, can't you see? You
You
Just-
just got
Muddle 1
Yeah, I
twice.
see 2 Muddle 1s on the initiative tracker.
They're at the bottom.
I do not.
I don't see
They're
it
at the
either.
very bottom. You have to scroll all the way down.
I did scroll all the way down.
I did too.
Oh, weird.
I see no muddles. Try refreshing. That's what I'm doing.
There we go. All
I
right,
see
there we go.
nothing in the turn order.
Hell yeah.
Fortunately, my turn is not for a while.
All right, let's see. Vic'ala, you just went. So that means...
It is my turn, I believe. Juliet just hit with a crit as well, yeah.
I didn't hit any. I haven't touched it to crit. I've been playing Vic'ala
Vic
this
did.
whole
Vic
time.
got a
so-
couple of crits.
all right, so that means
Okay,
Muddle
killed.
1 is up.
All right.
So Muddle 1 is going to move down here and attack Luna.
It can try.
That's an 18.
That will miss.
Damn it. All right, next up is Juliet.
All right. Juliet will cast Firebolt at Stacy. If I can find where the frick I put this.
Stacy, can't you see? You're just not.
13 hit. I think that misses.
Yeah, that misses.
That's it for Juliet.
All right, Alexander, you're up.
I'm gonna yell at Stacy. Getting over your sister's death by making puddles is a bad look. I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery.
Vicious.
And it's a Wisdom save. DC 15.
That's a 5.
Heck yeah, she takes 2d4, which I'll roll now, for 5 damage, and then she has disadvantage on the next attack roll she does.
Okay.
And since I'm a weak boy, I will pass my turn.
All right.
Also, you used your action. Unless Vicious Mockery is the
It is
bonus.
a whole
Whatever.
action. And since I have a weak strength stat, it's almost, it's not a good chance for me to break out of this thing. And if I use a regular attack and I have to roll to attack, it has disadvantage.
All right.
So oh, sorry. Pass.
Nifron's up. Ooh, that's a crit fail, a 13, and a 10.
Wait, he has advantage.
Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, that turns that around 27, 20, and 23. So that's 18 plus 7 plus sneak attack. So that's going to be 29 points of damage. All right, next up is Stacy. What is she going to do? She is going
Where's
to
Abby?
take an attack of opportunity from Nifron and Vic'ala as she moves. She's going to move right here, so Vic and Nifron both take attacks of opportunity against her.
If they want to, they don't have to.
Nifron missed.
19.
Do they
That
have
hits.
advantage on those.
Vic'ala's gonna smite on that. Sadly, it's only a level 1, so get 12 damage.
Ouch.
You might as well not even have hit her.
All right, so she's going to move up here, and she is going to cast Insect Swarm.
Oh. I don't have a counterspell left, so good luck, guys. Shit.
I already used my lucky charm. I don't have luck. Why would you say that? Trying to get me killed.
So she's going to throw it down right there. And I need... just a second.
Wow. Got almost everyone. It's hard to tell if Alexander's head.
I think we make Constitution saving throws, right?
Incest swarm.
I'm looking it up right now. Can't remember what it did, but it looked nasty.
Swarm of insects. No wonder couldn't find it. Oh, that's a creature, not a spell.
Insect plague is what it is.
Ah.
Insect plague.
20-foot radius. And express punch.
Alright, so swarming bite and locusts fill a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within the range. The sphere spreads around corners. The sphere remains for the duration, and its area is lightly obscured. The sphere area is difficult terrain. When the area appears, each creature in it must make a Constitution saving throw. A creature takes 4d10 piercing damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one. Creature must also make the saving throw when it enters the spell area for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there. So,
That's a pretty neat spell.
On a side note, Entangle and Insect Swarm are both concentration spells, which means
Entangle goes
will
down,
wither
yep.
away.
Heck yeah.
I'm just bringing that up for Alexander's benefit.
so I need
Well
everybody
pointed
to
out,
make
Geek. We are now all Nicolas Cage in that movie.
Bees.
Are you going to steal the Constitution?
Aw, 5.
Well, what a time to be alive.
Damn it, I closed my character sheet. Why would I do that?
What a
Juliet
goofball.
gets a 20 total, and Vic'ala rolls a 23.
11.
Okay, so anyone who got below a 15, you're going to take 20 points of piercing damage, and 10 points for anyone who rolled above it. And this is considered difficult terrain. And that is going to end Stacy's turn. Lino, you're up.
Okay. I am going to take my Dancy step to disengage from Muddle 1. I do not have negative Q chi points. That was supposed to be -1. I have 5. Okay. So now I'm going to run up behind Stacy. Now I'm going to use my mini actions to beat the fuck out of her because I can. So bam. It's a 20
That hits.
for 9 damage. Chi point to stun. DC 14 con save to avoid being stunned.
That's a natural 16.
Okay. Second. It's a 14.
That's going to miss.
And my final attack. 12.
That's going to miss.
So she took 9 damage and he is not stunned.
All right, Talia, you're up.
Alright, so I'm gonna move up here. Does
Can
that
you?
put me in the insect swarm?
You're like, it's right in your square. So I'm going to say, yeah. I mean, because it is touching your square.
Okay.
20 feet.
Oh, but I want advantage. Okay, I guess I'll go here. And I'm gonna attack with my rapier. That's a 9.
It's going to miss.
My offhand is a 16.
That's going to miss.
Cool. I'm gonna die now. Have fun.
As a legendary action, she is going to spin and take a claw attack at you since you attacked her.
With disadvantage.
Haha.
That's a 12. That's going to miss.
Yep.
Next up is Muddle 1, who is going to move.
Did the muddles take damage from the insect swarm?
They did.
That's what they get.
Maybe the insects got cut up in the metal pockets.
3. It's as far as it can move. But it's going to attack Vic. that's a 4. No, it misses.
Ouch.
All right, Vic, you're up.
Alright,
Vic
Vic'ala
Blake.
is going.
We need to come up with like a Tomcat name for like you playing Vic'ala. Vicette.
Vic'ette, oh god.
Blake.
Blakette? No, don't do it.
Vic,
Don't make fan art of that. Don't
Vicolette.
you fucking dare.
Vicolette.
Don't you fucking dare.
Blakel.
Okay, so
Juliet.
Vic'ala is going to spend an action to do lay on hands on herself for 20 points of healing. So she's back up to 51, and then she's going to use her bonus action to move her spiritual weapon and attack with it, and this can move up to how many feet?
30 feet, I think.
30 feet? Alright.
So
Right there?
but it's on difficult terrain.
No, it can only move up to 20 feet.
Okay, so in difficult terrain, that'd be about as far as it could get.
2 squares. Yeah.
It started
No,
here.
she can't. She can
Wait.
move next to Stacy because she could. The thing can move 5 feet, which is 10 feet of movement, then 5 and 5 to get her up there.
It started here and it's difficult terrain. Right?
Oh, it started below Nifron. Why is it moved? Why did you move it up there? What is this?
Because I thought that's where you would be
1
going
right and
with
2
it.
down.
Oh, okay. Because the fastest route is gonna be over this way, to the left.
Not really. It's going to be 15 feet of difficult terrain.
Is it 15
No
feet of
matter
difficult
what.
terrain there either way? Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, because the half circle area still counts as part of it. Got it.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So I guess it is going to move there next to Muddle 2 and take an attack at it.
Okay.
Because why not?
Kevin failing from success. Suffering from success, I mean.
I gotta say, I am very method about this insect plague.
21 to
Sasha's
hit.
attacking my feet right now, and I am very much feeling the effects.
Of biting, swarming
Definitely piercing
kitty
damage.
claws. That hits.
Ooh,
Alright, so that will do 4 points of damage.
Didn't the
Every
spear
little
go
bit.
to the left of Muddle 2?
No, it was down below. My impression. Let me do the play-by-play here. My impression is that it was there, and then we moved it up there. And also, why is my screen scrolling when I do that?
Oh, I thought you said it at 30 move, but does it at 30 or 10?
It's a 20-foot move.
Okay, so it can, yeah, no, never mind.
Alright. Is that it?
Yes, that's it for Vic'ala.
Okay, Muddle 1 is going to move over here behind Talia and attack her. So that is a 20
That hits.
for 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Sludgeoning.
Was that an ooze joke?
Yes.
So that ends its turn. Juliet, you're up.
Alright, Julia is going to move out of this. Just go an L shape out of that, and then cast a firebolt at Stacy. It's a natural 20 to hit.
Yep, that hits. And does double damage.
Yep, so that'll do 14 fire damage, and I rolled a 17 on the critical hit chart.
Attacker gets combat advantage on next turn.
Cool. Alright, that's it for Juliet.
Alright, and that you said that was how many points of damage? 14?
14 points of fire damage.
Alright, so her rags that she's wearing have caught fire, and she's kind of doing this swirling dervish thing, trying to put herself out. She is looking really rough, and she is going to lash out with another legendary action at Talia.
What? Why Talia?
Because she's
So
there.
Talia's gonna say, "Bitch, I wasn't even the one who set you on fire." God,
That's a 14. That's going to miss.
That's gonna
Language,
miss.
young lady.
really? That's the hill you're gonna die on for Talia.
Yes. Kill, but be polite about it.
We're not animals.
Well, technically we are, but we're
Manners maketh man.
good people.
Alexander, you're up.
Heck yeah. I'm gonna move 5 feet down to get out of the circle of effect, and then yell at Stacy, "The bugs look better up close than you do," and then I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery.
Okay. And that's a DC what roll?
15.
And that's wisdom.
Correct.
She fails.
Heck yeah. 2d4 damage, so 6 damage, and she has disadvantage on the next attack roll she does.
So what's it look like when you mock this hag to death?
Nice.
As my magic words go through the air and hit her eardrums, it's a
She
straw that broke the
cringes to
camel's
death.
back. Yeah, she just cringes and her brain just kind of folds in. She just falls over dead.
And her last words, as Talia can hear, since she's the closest, she says, "My whole life is a lie," as she expires. And the insect swarm is also going to disappear, along with these muddles.
Aw, Talia didn't get to pick their pockets.
That is true. But I think I'll survive.
So that takes you out of combat.
And I'm going to turn to Juliet and say, you're welcome.
What?
I gave them food. They betrayed us. That made them cursed. That's why we won the fight. You're welcome.
I don't think that's...
That is
Talia's
how it
just
works.
gonna
If you
put her hands up.
if you are a guest, or if you betray a guest or betray a host, then you're cursed. You have to be nice to someone for 3 days. That's how it works. They were cursed. That's
Who
why
said
we won.
that?
See, Vicky was able to hit them really hard because of that. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I'm not sure any of that made any sense.
Zero.
You know what,
cent.
Alunodas?
Luno
You're
doesn't
right.
have
You're
to make sense.
100% right.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you
job,
so much.
Leno. I'm so
Ta-
proud to be your compatriot.
Talia's gonna just kind of like put her hands up in the air and come over here and see what's in these containing vessels.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
I'm searching the corpses.
15?
You rifle through these, and you are going to see like all sorts of just like knickknacks and trinkets and stuff that are like all thrown together that make no sense at all. Like you're going to find some dolls, and then you're going to find like maybe like a shaving kit and a comb. All of this just looks like crap that they've collected that's basically worthless. You are going to find in one of these barrels over here some really old wine that had been opened, and do you want to taste it?
I'll smell it first.
Okay, it gives off a really strong smell of vinegar.
I will not be tasting it.
It's
And
pretty
I
nasty.
searched the bodies, but I rolled an 8, so I'm pretty sure I didn't find anything.
Yeah.
You are going to notice there's 3 bodies here in particular that have it like completely skeletalized, but they're past like the bloating phase. That appear to be 3 young elven women. They appear to be in like their underwear, as if their dresses had been taken.
Whores.
And you're going to find a journal, and one of them has like a satchel that has a journal in it. Inside also you're going to find 3 silver pieces and some old molded bread.
Talia's also going to go up to at least one of the hags and
I need to
search her
remember
body.
to put the 3 silver pieces in the inventory. It's very important. Saving up for another temple.
So Talia, you said you're searching one of the hags?
Yeah, probably Stacy, since that's near where I am.
Okay, so you search her, and you are going to find a silver ring with like a jade stone on it. And then that's really the only thing that you're seeing.
Those really don't work. That's a really bad idea. Goddamn Gwyneth Paltrow.
The only other thing, that's the only thing really that you find of value. There's some like more trinkets and like chicken bones, some other bones of a small animal you think maybe a squirrel. There is some meat that you can't identify in her like purse. That is, if it's not gone bad, it's getting pretty close. It's starting to smell pretty ripe.
All right, and then I'm gonna cut her head off.
Okay.
I need to add it to the collection. I've got quite the nice little collection going on right now.
Give me a survival check.
And if it makes you happy, can't
4.
be that bad.
You make kind of a mess out of getting this head off, but it's kind of jagged and not clean, and you got a lot of neck meat going on, and maybe like the first 2 cervical vertebrae. So there you go. You got one hag's head.
Great
Awesome.
Sounds like a beach in North
Pretty
Carolina.
expensive.
Right?
Hag's head.
So, Talia's gonna say it loud. So, should we rest here, or...
I think we should rest around here for a little bit. I only see 3 beds here.
Also
Can we
in this
bring
room,
the cart in?
I think we looks like we can. Looks big enough.
yeah, the
Very
entrance
good
would be
stuff.
big enough. In here, now that you're looking around, you're going to see 3 cots that are towards the back of this room. There is a fire pit here that has some embers in it, but it's really low at this point. Over to the right, you see a table that is like filthy with like old clotted blood that's worked its way down into the cracks. There's some like unidentified meat scraps and some larger bones here. Give me a medicine check.
They
Okay.
seem nice.
15.
You would think that this would be a femur bone from a humanoid, such as an elf, a half-elf, or a human.
Gross.
So it seems that they were on the hunt for some fresh meat, and they found you. Also, over here in the corner where Luna was looking through, you are going to see multiple bodies in various stages of decomposition. Some of them too old here for even the hags, for it to be palatable for them. Looking at all these, they appear to be all elves. Most of them have either been stripped naked or, in various states of undress, like in their underwear as their clothes were torn away, and you can see where the choicer bits of meat had been hacked off from like thighs and the stomach.
That's pretty gross.
Yeah, eating meat is just the worst.
That's your takeaway.
That's a bit of a stretch, but you stretched your words pretty far before.
How can you stretch their words? They're not physical. What are you? Bards are weird.
I'm going to sit by the embers and then question. So since we have the infinite rope thing... Oh, it's infinite stick, not infinite rope.
We do have infinite rope.
Oh.
Yeah, you do. You've got a bag that has infinite rope.
What happens if I cut parts of the rope off?
You're just cutting rope off?
And we
Yeah,
still
I'd like
have
to cut
infinite
off
rope.
like 15 feet of rope and then toss it into the embers.
Okay, so you pull out the rope from this bag, and you take the widest width, which is I think like 2 inches is as wide as the rope will get, and you pull it all out and put it in there, and the fire is starting to go out from lack of oxygen. I mean, you could easily set the rope on fire because it's hemp.
Oh, I would like to catch the rope on fire.
Okay, so you catch it on fire, and you've got 15 feet of rope that's on fire now.
Exciting.
Burn pretty quickly, but if we do have infinite rope.
Should we just rest around here for a bit before we keep on going on?
I think so.
Okay, so are you taking short rest, long rest?
I'd say take a long rest. We got
Yeah,
a lot of
rest
people used up
definitely.
spells.
Yeah, and we need to attune with some things. And by we, I mean me.
We're using your bonuses from the boots this entire fight that you're not attuned to?
I don't think so.
She never once rangered.
Yeah, I didn't go ranged. We didn't have a
Yeah.
dex or a stealth check. So no, I don't think I was.
How about AC?
AC, I do have it set there for that, but you never once hit me anywhere near where my old AC was, unless it was way over.
Okay.
Because my old AC
I guess
was
we'll
just
let that slide.
Well, my old AC it only upped my AC by 1 because my
Okay.
AC was 17 and now it's 18, and I think you hit me for like 16 and 20 something.
Okay. All right, so I guess you are attuning to the boots. Juliet, do you want to do anything, copy stuff to your spellbook, anything like that?
I don't remember. We got like spells or something.
We got a
I don't-
bag
where's
that we have to try
inventory?
to pull stuff out of.
Yeah.
Did we try to pull stuff out of that? I
Got
thought
a
we
spell
made like a
book for
huge
you,
list.
or a
and-
book for you.
Okay,
Talia,
then sorry, go ahead.
oh no, I was gonna say Talia wants to try to pull daggers out of the bag, by the way.
Okay, you try to pull out a dagger and there's no dagger. Do you have a list so I can just look at the list and say, okay, this, and this
We've
was
made
in
the
there?
list like 2 or 3 times now, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the list. I made it. I'll write it again, I suppose.
It's in the old chat. I'm loading it up. It'll take a minute. My internet is running super duper slow.
Let's, we'll just do that offline, and then next episode we'll say, okay, this
Okay.
is what was in there. But I think that's probably a pretty good place to stop for this episode.
Gotta say,
Sounds
the
good.
incest plague wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Speak for yourself, that hurt.
I mean, it rolled average. It was 20 points, and it can do a total of 40 points.
Yeah, I was kind of
God.
afraid of dying.
The big thing of that is not being, like, in it.
Alexander, you were afraid of dying, but you only took a little bit of damage.
I mean, if I took the whole 40 points, I'd be at like 15 health.
Fair.
I mean,
Alright.
if
40 points would have been the max. That would have been pretty extreme.
That's what I'm saying.
this
He
would
was
have
like,
been...
"I'm gonna-"
Yeah, this would have been a much different story if Vic hadn't critted with that max level
Yeah, I
smite.
know, right?
Twice.
Oh my god.
That was ridiculous.
What an absolute beast.
I also did a bunch of damage.
See, that's what happens when you betray the hospitality laws. Bad luck. You're cursed.
Talia, I acknowledge your contributions to the
Yeah, that
party.
was 31 points. That was pretty huge, too.
Mm-hmm. 31 and 27.
And that was the only time I
Talia
hit.
is stabbed to death.
No, that was Vic that was fantastic because that dealt with 2 of them in one go.
Yeah, one turn she took 2 of the hags out.
Of course, she used up
And then-
like all her spell slots, but it still
Yep.
it was.
Well, she wasn't using them beforehand, so I figured I'd use them for her.
I mean, let's be honest. What do the paladins usually use their spell slots for anyway? Nothing but smite.
Yep.
Which,
Yeah,
speaking of
and-
which, did you see the new guide to paladins that JoJo?
I did not.
Yeah,
I
there's a new
need
one.
to. That dude is hilarious.
That's the guy with the floppy dragon head, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, the one from Monster Hunter.
crap guide to D&D. That's what it is.
Oh, the crap guides, yeah. I was gonna say they made another supplement for paladins, but it's a YouTube video. Got it.
Yeah, it's pretty damn funny. The warlock's pretty good too. But anyway,
Look at
so
the
we're,
last.
we're going to call this an episode, and thank you to everybody out there in Twitch land. We will see you next week.
Thanks so much, guys.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Dungeons and Debacles podcast. If I could ask a halfling-sized favor, give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It's the best way to support us. New episodes come out every Monday, so make sure to check your podcast app. Do you have an idea to make the podcast better? Tell us about it on Twitter or Facebook. You can also check out our website to see all the maps, lore, and characters at dungeonsanddebacklespodcast.com. And now a word from our fantasy sponsor.
The hammer gets you what they owe.
Have you or a loved one who is a practitioner of the magical arts been injured by lead-based ink? I'm Hamish the Hammer, and I can get you the gold you deserve.
I'm a wizard, and I need nimble fingers and a sharp mind. Lead ink took that from me. There was no warning of the side effects of lead on the bottle, and someone must be held responsible.
Going to the town guard or petitioning the leader of your village takes too long when you need gold now. My professional team of
Negotiators gets to the root of the problem and persuades them to do the right thing. I don't get paid unless you do. Send a raven with a message about your problem to Luscane, care of Hamish the Hammer, for a free consultation. The hammer gets you what they owe.
Good job, everyone.
Oh yeah, I'm.
That was fun.
I was really
my
worried
free
about that
spells.
fight.
Oh yeah, if those crits didn't happen, we probably would have gotten creamed.
Mhm.
But
Those legendary actions.
I just
looking
want to
back
put it
on
this
the
way: is that main hag Stacy was a CR12?
Damn.
Damn.
Zooey. But yeah, looking back on the two like out of class spells that I got, I definitely should have gotten Eldritch Blast.
Firebolt's pretty badass too, at higher levels, and Toll the Dead.
But Call of Dead's pretty neat. But I do get another chance, like level 10 or something, where I get two more out of class spells, where I'll just pick Eldritch Blast and like something else maybe.
I mean, it's popular for a reason.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
This has been a lot of fun, but I actually have to
You
get
can't
going.
leave.
I can, and I will.
This is Hotel California, not allowed to leave.
John, I'm tasking you with getting that list together and submitting it to Kevin.
That I can probably do.
Thank you.
Or we can just have like a group messaging thing on Messenger, and then we can just
Well, then
like,
people don't respond, and then we're all fucked that way.
There is a way to empty out that bag, but none of you know how to do it.
rip.
We just search for everything.
Threaten it.
All right, guys, I'm jumping
Are
off
there
here.
any
I'll
aardvarks?
All right.
Any aardvarks?
Oh yeah, Vicious Mockery is a good spell.
Fishes.
Yeah, Vicious Mockery, you did a good job with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm doing another campaign with a couple of friends from North Carolina, and I'm playing a cleric, I think, in that one. And so one of my friends is a
good.
bard, and he just keeps on using Vicious Mockery, and I picked it up off of him. Like, so that's how you use that spell. That makes sense.
The music you heard on this episode was Fairy Tale Waltz, Unholy Night, Prelude in Action, Shadowlands 6, The Pit, by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com. Licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. CreativeCommons.org/licenses/by/3.0.